How's it going, folks? How's it going? You already know the waves, and for sure, you already know the vibes. It is Zachariah White, aka King Big Daddy Drip, back at it like it's nothing with this drip and the sauce, cause I am the boss. I am back. We are here. Happy good day to every single one of you ladies and gentlemen out there in the world. All right. I hope y'all are having a wonderful Wednesday on this go around. And of course, you know, our entities here at the internal sphere and the external sphere are praying out a whole lot of good luck, good fortune, you know, I'll say any and everything beneficial, you know, positive out to all of our brothers and sisters out there in the world. All right. But let's go ahead and put that off to the side, because you already know why the king is up on the mic, and you know why the king is up on the screen. It is another episode of the News of the People, brought to you by the Internal Sphere, and another episode of the News of the World, brought to you by the External Sphere. Both entities are coming together to bring to you the word on what's going on in today's world, in today's society. And for this particular go around, I'm gonna say this is going to be relatively serious. So I'm actually gonna get through. I'm gonna cut the music down. All right, because and for this bit of news that I'm going to put you guys onto, I'll say you guys, I'm certain you've already seen some information about it. I'm just really putting this here just to inform you guys about, just, you know, for the folks who perhaps may not have seen or may not have heard about what's going on. This is, I really want to make sure that y'all know about what's going on, and also, you know, make sure that y'all also have a source that y'all could go through and check out, you know, for more information on this. All right, but allow me to go ahead and cut down the volume a little bit. Right, so essentially, the topic that, you know, that I wanted to talk about for this particular go around is actually in relation to, you know, Russia's nuclear submarine, or let's just say Russia, you know, I'll say bringing their, I guess, sort of as what I mentioned in this title, Russia, you know, looks like setting up shop up in Cuba. All right, now, do I want for, you know, our folks, you know, all across the country to panic? No, I do not want for y'all to panic. All right, that in fact, that's the last thing that we need to do, folks. But what we need to do is make sure that we're aware, and also make sure that we move accordingly, and, you know, and make whichever preparations that we need. But essentially, the name of the title of this article that I happen to be looking at says, Russia's nuclear submarine tracks back up Florida's coast as warships head to the Caribbean. All right. Now, this article, I'm actually getting it from the Hastings Tribune, and even more specifically, it looks like the artists are, or not the artists, but the folks who ended up writing this article is Nora Gomez Torres and Michael Winter, both from the Miami Herald. All right, and they did this like 2 hours ago. I'm not gonna read the entire thing, just because, you know, I know that I'd be done mess around and some of y'all, I don't want to mess around and lull y'all to sleep, but hell, I may actually make that a longer, I may make a longer episode talking about this, but this is at least going to be the short version. You know, Russia has split up, you know, the naval flotilla that docked in Havana earlier this week, sending its nuclear submarine back north to the Atlantic, and the rest of its warships south, where they are expected to make a port call in Venezuela. All right, a U.S. official told McClathy and the Miami Herald on Tuesday. All right, U.S. and Canadian warships, including destroyers and the Coast Guard cutters, followed the submarine on Tuesday as it traveled back up the Florida coast. A reflection of the vessel's significance and its proximity to U.S. shores. All right, an official with the U.S. Northern Command told McClathy that the U.S. Navy continues to closely monitor the movements of the Russian vessels. Their presence in the Western Hemisphere marked the first significant Russian naval deployment in the region in 5 years. All right, and the first deployment of a nuclear submarine of its kind since the end of the Cold War. All right, so it's definitely a key thing. Now, like I said, I can continue to keep reading and reading and reading. I may actually save that for another episode. It may be one of those things where I break it up piece by piece. You know, who knows? But definitely big shout outs to Hastings Tribune for the information. Big shout outs to, you know, Torres, Mrs. Torres, and also Mr. Winter for, you know, reporting the information. But really, like I said, I'm gonna bring the music back up, but this is really to let y'all know, hey, it looks like there's it looks like there might be something up. Everybody, let's be aware. No panicking, but be aware. And also for folks, in whichever way that whichever way that y'all feel best when it comes to preparing, y'all definitely make sure that y'all do that as well. All right. But all in all, though, I won't even go through and do a whole lot of talking on this one. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that I throw the bit of information that I did reading down in the description below. I'm gonna make sure to also try and at what's it called, the Hastings Tribunes or Miami Herald on Instagram. I don't know if I'll be able to do so on TikTok. I don't know if they even have TikTok, but but all in all, though, again, big shout outs to them. Big shout outs to the reporters for this particular information. But all in all, and also big shout outs to the troops for keeping an eye out on what's going on out in those waters. But all in all, though, I guess this is too serious for me to even feel too comfortable saying like, subscribe, and all. I'm gonna say all that stuff goes without saying. I'm gonna do my best to also keep an eye out for what's going on. And big shout outs to my folks, you know, that ended up putting me on to this particular bit of news. You know, like, you know, I'm talking about, you know, a good friend, you know, G, he ended up telling me about what was going on. You know, Christina, a part of our squad, she ended up telling me about what's going on. So, you know, big shout outs to them for giving me the heads up on that. But all in all, though, y'all, of course, you know, keep your eyes open, make preparations. But the most important thing, though, y'all make sure that y'all stay tuned, stay tapped in, and stay locked in, because the juice over here never stops dripping. All right? I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace, be easy, and as always, y'all stay blessed up.